It is 9:47 p.m. and we're going to talk about some very warm conditions for tomorrow, as our Facebook Live title says. Let me fire up that 7-day forecast. Then we've got some rain chances returning on Friday. We'll look at that hour by hour with Futurecast, and then we'll plan out that very cool Saturday. Up and down with the weather pattern we go. And tomorrow's record high is 88, just like today. Today we hit 82, so you're only about 5 or 6 degrees off those record highs today and tomorrow. Let me share this Facebook Live to our First Alert Storm Team page. Thanks to you for sharing or liking today's Facebook Live as well. All right, this should be very quickly. We'll get some shout outs like always, and then we'll dig into that weather content here on this Wednesday. Very nice Wednesday, especially if you like it warm. There's kind of a temperature gradient, though. You go north of the river, highs are generally in the upper 60s and lower 70s. But tomorrow, everybody in the WHAS 11 viewing area is going to be in the lower 80s. All right, I've got that shared off, and I will pop up this window here and check out the comments on my page. Then we'll head up to the WHS 11 page. We have Beverly Haggis, good evening. Johnny Hayes, Barbara Weatherly, Chris Hall, how's it going? Rebecca Miller, Susan Fox, beautiful day today, yes indeed. Kathy Willis, thanks for watching. Trish Turner, yes, those ladybug wannabes are out. We had thousands of them covering our house. Last year wasn't so bad. 14, 15 was pretty bad. So I don't know what's going on. But those Asian beetles or ladybugs, whatever you want to call them, they are crazy, and they can just sneak through any little crack in your door or whatever. So they are very bad right now. They're usually the worst after a frost, like a really warm day after a frost. That's when they come out like crazy. And then my son Brady was trying to make some like homemade candy with a frying pan. And we put the frying pan outside, so it had all this like liquid, hardened, sugary stuff it left in the pan. And there were dozens of yellow jackets, just wasps and bees all over that thing. So we had a lot of critters around our house today, no doubt about that. All right, very quickly, let me head over to the WHAS 11 news page, see what's happening there, and then we'll get moving along. And if you see there, a little bit later in the 7-day forecast, it gets kind of unsettled early next week, and then we run into some 50s, which may continue for the rest of October once we go into next week. Barbara Ray, thanks for watching here tonight. Patty Brown, loving the weather. Carol Osterritter, and we've got Narca Diane, LaWanda Nunn from Campbellsville, Bonnie Lindberger, Timmy Dennis, and Nancy Spencer. Nancy asking, what is your opinion? What will it look like this year? We've had several wimpy winters, and so we're kind of due. I was looking back over the last 20 years, and when you have 2 or 3 winters with very little snow, you usually get a couple good snowy winters. And then we call that an analog. It's not scientific. We're not using technology. We're just kind of going by the pattern throughout the history. So, based on that wishful thinking, because I'm ready for a couple of decent, good old-fashioned, like the good old days, good old snow, but we'll see. All right, let's dig into our weather. There's a look at the rising moon, by the way. First, I want to look at our time lapse, because I think we had a pretty good sunset. I just need to find this graphic right here. All right, we'll go full screen in a second. We'll get me off the screen so we can check this out. We will start in Hardin County, just north of Elizabethtown. Bear with me. You know I like a good old time lapse. And it was kind of summer-like. We had those billowing cumulus clouds, which we haven't had in a while. To get the cumulus clouds to grow vertically, you need those warm currents of air, and we had that today. And there's that lovely sunset there with our Hardin County Honda camera just north of Elizabethtown around Dixie Highway. And then we're going to go off to the north and check out our Scottsburg, Indiana time lapse, and it's looking just as good. Very light breezes out there, south breeze and that sunshine, putting temperatures up to about 15 degrees above normal for this time of the year. Tonight we also have the Orionid meteor shower. If you want to stay up late tonight and try to check that out after midnight, the best chance to, if you want to lay back and watch some shooting stars tonight. All right, let's bring this back up. So today we hit 82. So it was kind of weird. We've had these midweek warm-ups, and this is the 4th Wednesday in a row, despite the cool pattern that we've had, 4th Wednesday in a row in the 80s. It's just kind of timed out like that. You can see, other than today, we had that string of 5 60-degree below normal days in a row. And beautiful fall-like conditions. We're pretty much hitting the peak of that fall foliage out there. There's a look at over the Ohio River from Leavenworth, Indiana, near that overlook. And some of the fall colors here in Simpsonville, Kentucky. Beautiful there. Love those Kentucky fences. And so this is the fall foliage map. And so this shows the peak. That red is the peak right on top of us right now. And as we go into next week, the darker red is a little bit past peak. So this weekend, if you want to take that drive out to the countryside, that would be a good time to do it. And if you want to head outside on your driveway, lay back, get the pillow out, the blanket, you can try to check out with a mainly clear sky. You can try to look off to the southeast, but really you can look up anywhere, and you might see 10 to 15 meteors per hour. So good luck if you want to stay up tonight. 71 out there now. Our high temperature trend, we dropped 20 degrees on Saturday as that cold front moves through Friday evening. And then we pop back up to around 70 Sunday, Monday ahead of the next system that'll bring in rain. And then we drop back down as the front moves through early Tuesday. And then we're falling to highs in the 50s. So gradually stepping things down again. 66 at Bowman Field, humidity 78%, no wind, it is calm, pressure steady at 30.15 inches of mercury. So who's the coolest in Kentucky, Anna? We've got 61 in Madison, but Brandenburg coming in, and Scottsburg at a nice cool 60 degrees. All dry scans here on Max HD radar. Unsettled weather is off to the north, rain from Indy to Chicago, then you run into snow showers over the upper Midwest and the northern tier states there in the Dakotas and toward Montana. Back home here, let's plan it out hour by hour. All right, so tonight is cool and quiet, and actually for this time of the year, fairly mild, lower 60s in most locations. Tomorrow, low 80s spread across the area, again about 15 degrees above normal for this time of the year. We start off dry Friday. I think we make it through about lunchtime dry, and then notice we start to pop up some showers Friday afternoon. That's at 3 p.m. And there's that front, and that's about 6 to 7 p.m. Our high school football games on Friday night might be dealing with some showery activity. But then it looks mostly dry this weekend. Good news there for the Lou City FC, what is it, the Eastern Conference Championship on Saturday at 7:30 at Lynn Stadium. We're back to sweater weather on Saturday. Tonight, upper 50s and lower 60s and mostly clear. There are the low 80s for tomorrow, warm and dry. Back to the 7-day forecast. We'll take a peek at the 11-day as well just after this. So I do think most of the weekend is dry. 60 Saturday, 49 Saturday night, 71 Sunday. Sunday night is probably the best chance for that 20% chance. So not bad to carve out some dry time for the weekend before it gets very wet on Monday. And then we have some more rain that could linger into Tuesday as those temperatures begin to drop off. Long-range data is suggesting that we stay in the 50s up to around Halloween, which isn't too bad. Get a nice warm costume. It could be worse. We've had some very cold and breezy Halloweens. I think the last worst Halloween as far as wintry weather was 2014 when we had a wintry mix kind of moving through the area. All right. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just looking over some of your comments here. We've got Bonnie Lindberger from Mount Washington. Kathy Hall says, snow only on Christmas, please. Barbara Ray says, no snow. Judy Welsh says, we are overdue for snow. It's always kind of half and half. I talk about that every year when we talk about snow. And I think it's because of the location where we live. We're kind of split in the United States. You got north just to our north, south just to our south. And some people love the snow. Some people hate the snow around here. So it's like 50-50 whenever we talk about snow. And also depends on what time of the year. Usually November, we haven't had snow. More people are saying bots, bring on the snow. But then we get to like March and most people are over it. And we're like, all right, let's bring on the warm temperatures. It's all relative, as we say in the weather department. All right, let me head right back over to my page and see what's going on there, and then we'll wrap things up on this Wednesday night. I appreciate you guys watching on this October the 21st, 2020 here at almost straight up 10 p.m. And I am Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine in the First Alert Storm Team Weather Center. We've got Jason Dotson watching from beautiful Clubberport along the Ohio River there. Lori Ott also agreeing about all the ladybugs that came out tonight. So if you live outside of the suburbs, outside of the city, near farms and near the woods, many times your house might get covered in ladybugs when it warms up after a frost, usually late October, and that's what's happening now in many homes. Therese Stinson, enjoying a beautiful day in Horse Cave. Donna Richards said no ladybugs and lively shively. Yeah, usually you get them out in the countryside. Adam Kramer, still green everywhere in DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. Thanks for watching tonight, buddy. Patty Ham, Wanda Harden from Campbellsville, thanks for sharing. And Barbara Weatherly says, no snow. Myrtle Wright, thanks for watching tonight as well. I will see you guys in 1 hour on WHAS 11 News, The Night Team. Sleep well, have a peaceful night, and we'll